Hello, internet friends. Welcome to my latest video. Now you may think that because you see this typewriter here that I'm going to be writing you another poem, but in fact, I am not going to be doing that. Instead, I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a hobby that I have with you guys, and I think that you will enjoy it. So I like to collect vintage postcards. These are some cool examples of some really neat ones that I have, some old buildings. I really like old buildings and beaches. Those are kind of my jam. But they're really cool, especially when they have been sent by someone. Now, technically, the cards that were not mailed are more valuable because they have been not used. They're in mint condition, unlike these that are in the plastic. But I actually think the cards that have been mailed are even cooler because, one, they have stories from the past, right? You have people writing messages to each other. And also they have a post date from the post office that tells you exactly when the person mailed the card, which is pretty cool because you have a good idea about how old the card is. All right, so I figured we could read some of these messages on cards that I have that do have the messages, starting with just a few that I picked off the top of my box. This one that we're gonna do first is a picture of the White Star Line's SS Olympic, which is really cool. I'm pretty sure this is a sister ship to the Titanic, which is neat. And on the front of the card, you'll see that this person has written, here is a dandy boat, Billy. And Billy is in fact the recipient of this card. I believe that Billy may be a child based on the message, which I did read moments ago. All right, now this card was actually sent in 1918, so it's like over 100 years old, which is really cool. All right, so here's our message. It's written sideways. How are you, Billy? Uncle Mose and Don are okay. Did you have lots of candy for Christmas? Be good, and I will sure take you on a good ride when I come home. The end. I'm hoping that that's like a ride in a car. I believe that this is a child based on the candy reference, so maybe a sleigh ride or something cool like that, right? Or maybe a boat. Like this boat, woot woot. Look, it's going by. All right, okay. So now that's sailed away. Let's go on to our next card. This one is the New National Museum in Washington, D.C. Ooh, ah. Now this one appears to have also been mailed in 1918, but I will confess that the post date back here is a little fuzzy. And it's also been mailed from Jersey City, New Jersey, so there's a little bit of frauding happening since this is clearly in Washington, D.C., not New Jersey. But yeah, so this is a simple message. How is Raymond? I am fine. That's the entire message. I gather that this person's doing great. I kind of think they just wanted to mail this postcard. I'm just going to go out on a limb, right? All right. So our next card is the Jefferson Memorial. Ooh, this is in St. Louis, Missouri, which is also apparently called the City of a Thousand Sides. Ooh, now this one was mailed from Florida. We got more fraud in you guys. From Florida in 1942, which is pretty neat, all right? So this one says, Dear Emery, received your card and liked it ever so much. Hope you like this one. Haven't a snapshot, but would like to have one from you. Irene. All right, I don't know if Irene got her snapshot. I feel like Irene and Emery, maybe they had like some sort of love affair, but I don't really think they did. But let's imagine that they did. Maybe they were lovers and they were separated by a bunch of states, and all they could do was send each other postcards from places they were not actually located in. All right. Okay, well, this is our final card. This one is apparently from New York, from Watkins Glen, New York. It's a state park. As you can see, it's a little bit more modern. It's from 1950, and this person actually mailed their postcard from the place that it's of. This is postmarked in Watkins Glen. Cool. So this says, "Hi all. While it's been raining cats and dogs for 2 days, I thought I'd do a little writing. I hope Hank likes his new job. I think he'll be better off in Washington anyway." Unreadable signature. All right, so I'm assuming that this person is not bitter at all about their friend moving to Washington. Seems really supportive and like they're not bitter. But yeah, so that's what's happening with this postcard. It's pretty cool though. That's all I have for today. I have a bunch of other postcards, so if you guys like this, then I guess comment on it or something, and I will do more. I have some really cool ones that I started writing these like mystery stories about, so like maybe I'll do some of those at some point. But either way, it's a cool hobby. If you guys see some old postcards, I encourage you to read them. Sometimes they're hilarious, and sometimes they are weird, and sometimes they're just really boring. But in any case, that's the end of today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed Billy's boat. Bye, guys.